I just get this suspicion, maybe it's the cynic in me, that we've come up all of a sudden with a net zero target, probably by 2050, the way it's looking. And I get the feeling that this has happened not uncoincidentally about the same time we have a deal with AUKUS and develop this nuclear sub mentality. Do you think it was part of the deal?
Oh, it probably was part of the deal, I would say, given Biden's such a rabid sort of greenie. So I'm sure we had to, give them a few, concessions. The thing is that, we need a roadmap. It's fine for these bully boys around the world to say, come on, Australia, get on board. We are actually meeting our targets. We've reduced by 20%. And what have they done? Very little. Yet we allow ourselves to be the whipping boy of these bullies. We have to stand up to them and say, okay, dudes, and this is what Morrison's doing with his technical talk, because how the hell are we going to get there, and how are you going to get there? Because it's one thing to say, we'll sign it. Look, even China's saying it now. We know China are lying, and we could see it every day. And it just really annoys me that we are being bullied. We are pistol whipped. We have been the world's bitch, basically. And it's time we stood up for ourselves. And I think if it comes to 2050, if it's going to get them off our backs, any of them going to live by it, they'll all be dead or ensconced somewhere, counting the money they've been paid off by some greenie mob. So I really think we have to stand up for ourselves and point out a few realities. And Morrison needs to show us the way. If he wants the Nats to get on board, if he wants the rest of Australia to get on board, how are you going to guarantee that our economy is going to survive, that our lights are going to be on if we are going down this, this route of reduce renewables? It's just, to me, all pie in the sky stuff.
Okay. You mentioned the Nationals there. I got the feeling from looking at Barnaby Joyce today on telly that he was on side already. Have a listen.
Are you working with the Prime Minister now on a plan for net zero by 2050?
Well, obviously there are discussions happening. I mean, it'd be absurd to think that people are not having discussions, but ultimately we have to know the process as well. And my party room, the Nationals party room, is absolutely part and parcel of that, and discussions will be taken back to that party room. We look at it through the eyes of making sure that there is not an unreasonable loss of jobs, or any loss of jobs in regional areas.
Richo, I get the feeling this is a done deal. And I mean with the Nationals as well, the Nationals leadership. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, I'd say so. I think there's not much you can do about it now if you wanted to. I think just listening to Barnaby, when Barnaby's unhappy, you know all about it. You know all about it quickly. He can't keep it in. And so for him to be speaking in a sort of benign manner that he is, I can't imagine that you can change anything now.
Yeah, I reckon that is very intuitive, Richo. Now, Holly, has there been an edict from above to spread the word about zero emissions?
Look, absolutely not. But I think to Prue's point, this is about the journey. I mean, we're talking net zero by 2050. Most people, currently in Parliament will be out of Parliament by then. So in a lot of ways, some of these people that are making these platitudes, I mean, for me, obviously, I'll only be in my late 40s by then, but yeah. But it is more about how we're going to get there. And the Morrison government's made it very, very clear that we are about technology and not taxes. And it was only last week that I was certainly part of an announcement with regards to future grants around development of hydrogen hubs. And it's about looking to the way technology is going to boost not only our renewable sector, but making sure that there's secure baseload power, that we can make sure the lights are staying on,
yes,
that the businesses like Tomago Smelter are able to operate. It's not about the power that you and I use in our homes every day. Some of these big industrial manufacturing businesses, they require substantial amounts of base load power. You turn off an aluminium smelter, you can't turn it back on if it's off for over 4 hours. So ensuring base load power is absolutely critical.
Yep.
And that's what the Morrison government's focused on. We're not looking at pie in the sky renewables that are going to make everyone feel good about themselves but are absolutely not going to contribute to baseload. It's also about securing jobs. We want to make sure that people are maintaining employment and that we have regions that are developing, regions like the Hunter, that are absolutely best placed when it comes to modern manufacturing, that they have access to cheap and reliable power, and that's how our economy is going to continue to power ahead.
Yeah.